Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to meeting number 723 for Dubai Toastmasters Club. I am Suketu, and on behalf of Saleh, I am today subbing in for Sergeant at Arms today for Dubai Toastmasters Club. So, what do we do at Dubai Toastmasters Club? We support positive learning experience, which helps us develop our communication skills, our leadership skills, which enhance our personal growth. We also follow a strict core values. We have 4 core values which we strictly follow in Dubai Toastmasters Club. That are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We refrain from speaking in regards with politics, religion, and sex. In case of emergency, please use the fire exit door which is on my right, and please keep your mobiles on silent. Avoid buzzing during the meeting, and please avoid any movements when the speaker is speaking which disturbs them. So before we start the meeting, let me introduce you to the president of the chapter, lovely V in the front. Toastmaster T in the front. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Suketu. And with the power vested in me, I now declare this meeting open. Happy New Year to my lovely Toastmasters family, especially my DTC family. Happy New Year. And welcome once again. Nice to see a lot of faces over here. Old faces which I come back, and a lot of other faces. So I will not take you through any story today because we have a very exciting meeting today, the contest which is happening today. But for the benefit of the guests, I will take you through our PowerPoint, our presentation. So welcome to meeting number 723, which means we are 2 meetings away from our milestone meeting 725. So what is Toastmasters? Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization which was started almost 98 years ago on 22nd October 1924. Our headquarters are in Colorado, USA. We are globally across 144 countries with 282,000 plus members, 14,700 clubs, 150 clubs here in UAE with 3,000 plus members. So the 2 lovely handsome men, our CEO Daniel Drex and our international president, distinguished Toastmaster Matt Kinsey, are at the moment in Dubai having a conference in another place. So what are the benefits of joining Toastmasters? And this question I'd like to put it to our members and to our guests. Santosh.
To build leadership skills and develop leaders.
To build leadership skills, develop leaders. Thank you, Jayashri.
Speak without any fear.
To speak without any fear. AD Feroz.
Build confidence, make yourself a better person.
Build confidence, make yourself a better person. Thank you. Distinguished Toastmaster Rajiv.
I think this is a place where you can maximize your potential.
You can maximize your potential. Amitwa.
Develop your public speaking skills.
Develop your public speaking skills. Manish. Enhance your public speaking skills. Maher.
Continually challenge yourself.
Continue to challenge yourself. Rajendra.
Learn how to give feedback constructively.
Learn how to give feedback constructively. So I'm not going to say this. You all have said it all. You know why you all are here. You know what are the benefits of Toastmasters. So how do we do it? How do we achieve all those things that you all said? To a beautiful program which is known as Pathways in Toastmasters. We have 11 different pathways ranging right from leadership to coaching to humor to presentation mastery, etc. What you will achieve from this is the 5 core competencies, which is your public speaking, your interpersonal communication, leadership, management, and confidence, all that you all spoke about. Let's take an example of how these core competencies fit into your path. For example, let's take team collaboration. Team collaboration is 1, 4, 2, 5. So for newcomers, if you choose team collaboration, what do you get over here? Public speaking, management, interpersonal communication, or confidence. So this is how your core competencies ties up with your reason of being here and what you're going to take from you. So how does this work? This is Dubai Toastmasters Club. I'm the president of the Dubai Toastmasters Club. A few clubs together form an area. We belong to Area 20. Area 20 director is Toastmaster Feroz Abdullah. Then few areas together form a division. We come under Division B. Our Division B director is Distinguished Toastmaster Pragnya. Few divisions together form a district. We come under District 105, which our district director is Distinguished Toastmaster Rania. Few divisions together form a region. We come under Region 11, where our director is Distinguished Toastmaster Shahbaz and our international president, Distinguished Toastmaster Matt Kinsey. This is Dubai Toastmasters Club XCOM. That's me as the president over here. By my right is my right hand Toastmaster Nisha, the Vice President Education. Toastmaster Yulia is our VP Membership, who is traveling at the moment. Toastmaster Misha or Michaela is our VP PR. Toastmaster Ati, our Treasurer, who is not here. Toastmaster Santosh, our Secretary.
Hello, everyone.
And Toastmaster Saleh, who's running somewhere around, our Sergeant at Arms. So, specific to the Dubai Toastmasters Club, it is the first club of Dubai, the mother club, the second club in UAE, the first being in Abu Dhabi, a great club. Our fees are $750 for a year and $450 for 6 months. We believe in Dr. Raj Medley's mantra, which is we learn best in moments of enjoyment, and this is evident over here, and you will see it in today's meeting as well. The year started off for us with a bang. We welcome 6 new members today. Can I have all of them stand up, please? Whoever is here: Toastmaster Mahan, Toastmaster Harvey, Toastmaster Kerry, Toastmaster Ramesh, Toastmaster Jasita, and Toastmaster George.
Madam President, I would like to call a point of order. Today is a contest meeting. You should not be introducing anybody here.
Okay. I will not follow the dignitaries. I'm just welcoming our new members. Okay. Moving on. We normally have a guest introduction, but we won't do it today, so we'll skip this. And let me take you through the contest that we're having, table topics and international. Our international contester is the beautiful Toastmaster Mafaza, and our table topics contester is Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Menon, and our chief judge, Ramesh Anantharaman, and our chief judge is Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Menon. Too many Rameshes today. So welcome once again to meeting 723, and I'll now hand over to the contest chair of the International Speech Contest, Toastmaster Mafaza.
Thank you so much for this lovely opportunity. It's truly a great privilege to be your contest chair for today's International Speech Contest Club level. Dear Chief Judge, judges, guests, and dear Toastmasters. Yes, this is the special occasion we have been waiting for. Today is DTC's club level speech contest, and we have 6 amazing speakers this evening. Before we start the contest, just a few bits. The purpose of the international speech contest, along with the other rule for the international speech, has already been briefed to all the contestants on the 7th Jan 2023 on the contestants' briefing day. So I'm not going to talk anything about the rules. Without any further delay, we will now look at the timing of today's contest. The timing of international Toastmasters international speech is from 5 to 7 minutes. And the contestant will be disqualified if their speech is less than 4 minutes 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds. And the time will be indicated by the timer sitting over there by using the time device. The timekeeper completing the timekeeping sheet is the final time record of this contest. Dear timer, please display the green signal at 5 minutes. Can you please display it for me, the green signal? Yes. This will be the signal when you finish 5 minutes. Timer, please can you display the yellow signal at 6 minutes? Thank you. And red at the 7 minutes. Thank you. And the contestant, there won't be any further indication of the signals if you reach after 7 minutes of your speech. And you'll be disqualified if you continue to speak after 7 minutes and 30 seconds. about the protest. Protests are limited to eligibility and originality and reference to another contestant in speech. And this must be launched before the international speech contest is concluded or adjourned. Announcement of the contest winner will be made by me, which is your contest chair for today, and that will be the final, unless the list of the winner is announced incorrectly, in which case the Chief Judge can immediately interrupt and correct the error. Dear Chief Judge, may I request you to confirm all the judges have been briefed and they are eligible to they are eligible to judge the contest today. Thank you, dear Chief Judge. Please note that the speaking order has already been finalized by the randomizer on the speech on the contestant briefing day and is as follows. Speaker number 1, Toastmaster Misha Kurochkin, M-I-S-H-A, Toastmaster Misha, speaker number 1. Please give it a round of applause. And speaker number 2 is Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer, H-A-R-I-H-A-R-A-N, Hariharan Iyer, speaker number 2. And speaker number... Yes. Okay, sir. Sure. Oh, thank you. And speaker number 3 is Toastmaster Santosh Nair, S-A-N-T-O-S-H. Toastmaster Santosh Nair, speaker number 3. Speaker number 4 is Toastmaster Saleh Abu Haya, S-A-L-E-H. Toastmaster Saleh, speaker number 4. Speaker number 5 is Toastmaster Mahir Alushine, M-A-H-I-R-I. Toastmaster Mahir, speaker number 4. Speaker number 5, sorry. And the speaker number 6, which is our final contestant, is going to be Toastmaster Marwan Medat. Toastmaster Marwan Medat. Since he is not present when I am calling the name, he will be declared as disqualified to complete this contest. Thank you, everybody. Yes. Dear Chief Judge, may I seek your permission to start this contest?
Did you get the quotes from the contestant?
Yes, I hereby confirm that I have got the certification of eligibility and originality from all the contestants, including Marwan Medat, who is not present here. Yes. Now we are ready to get this contest started. Can we call upon our first contestant, Toastmaster Misha Kurochkin? Please give a big round of applause for him. Our first contestant, Toastmaster Misha. Misha, are you ready? Very good. Toastmaster Misha, with a speech entitled, Kiss My Sales, Breaking Down the Bias. With a speech entitled, Kiss My Sales, Breaking Down the Bias. Toastmaster Misha.
One. One. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, honored judges, and dear guests. Is anyone here who feels like natural-born seller? Please raise your hand if you are. Okay, fair enough, thank you. And how about feeling uneasy or uncomfortable selling anything? Please raise your hand if you are. Okay, 50-50. We are having full house of superstars here. But in reality, most of the people feeling a bit uneasy when it comes to selling. And why is that? And I'm here to talk about it today. So, there is a common perception that selling is a bit unpleasant or stressful experience. And this problem has few levels. The first one, I would say there is a bias that salespeople usually only interested in getting our money and not in providing solution for our problems or our needs. And this is about our personal experience, I think. The second is common stereotype of successful salesmen. Like they're pushy, aggressive, of course they're charismatic, yet they're manipulative and sometimes not really fair. And this is about, I think, our gap between our desire to be successful, but not to be like that kind of person. And there is a third thing. Our feeling that we are imposing or annoying someone by selling, or that we are aggressive or pushy, or we may be seen like, I don't know, manipulative or untrustworthy person, right? Yeah? So, you know, there is a joke, I think quite old one, maybe you know that. A man was walking through the pet market and was dragging a bear on the leash behind his back. And one of the sellers says, "Hey man, friend, come here, buy a parrot." And man told, hold on. First let me find the man who sold me a hamster last year. So yeah, I can understand why the biases exist. Well, we all met unfair salesperson who seemed more interested in making a sale than in helping us. But the truth is, for the vast majority of salespeople, this is not fair. They are mostly honest and ethical professionals. And they really genuinely want to help their customers. So, my question here, how to overcome this bias and start seeing salespeople as a solution-focused professionals they often are? There is an answer. First, it is important to recognize that sales are service industry. Like doctors, like teachers, babysitters, barbers, whatever. Salespeople trained to provide service to their customers. And like any other service providers, salespeople success mostly depends on their ability to help people. You maybe had negative experience with different service providers, right? Not only with salespeople. Second, there is it's very important to remember that salespeople are humans too, and they have the same needs and wants as rest of us, and they as motivated by a desire to make positive impact as they are by earning money for a living. And there is another thing, the final one. I think the most important. Look, there is a lack of understanding of what selling truly means. At its core, selling is about helping others. And I really want to shift your perspective here. Selling is about helping others. It's about understanding of someone's needs and providing the best possible product or service to fulfill that needs. So yeah, when we understand this, selling becomes less about ourselves, less about our needs, and more about serving others and help them to solve their problems. Actually, I was a witness of this mind shift when my wife and I were moving out from our home country, and we were selling our old stuff, like electronics, furniture, sport equipment, you name it. And my wife told me, I really don't like the idea of selling. I hate it. I'm not designed for it. And I was trying to convince her, and I told my wife that, look, let's give it a try. Let's see it as an opportunity. Let's there are a lot of people out there who really need our stuff more than we know. And we are helping them by selling our stuff to them. And they are willing to pay money for it. Well, let me tell you, she ended up selling everything from her list faster than I did. So yeah, let me leave you with two things today. The first one, when you next time find yourself dealing with a salesperson, please keep your mind open. They may just surprise you with a genuine desire to help you, to find the product or service for your needs. And the second, if you are the person who feel uneasy or uncomfortable selling anything, try to shift your perspective and see it as an opportunity to help others rather than as a means to an end. So yeah, that's it. Happy sales, everyone. Thank you. Over to you, Chair.
Madam Timer, can we have 1 minute on the clock for our judges to mark their ballot, please? Thank you, Timer. Now, we'll invite our second speaker, Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer. Please put up, give it a round of applause for our Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer. Thank you, sir. Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer, with a speech titled SBT. With a speech titled SBT, Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer.
SBT. I'm sure many of you all must be wondering, what does this acronym stand for? My father tells me, son, use SBT. And my mother from the other side says, remember son, whenever you deal with the others, use your heart. When you deal with yourself, use your brain. Because people remember how you treated them. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. The year is 1992. My father takes an important decision in his career to move from a place by name Belgaum, which is in a state by name Karnataka in the south of India, to another place by name Goa, which is about 183 kilometers. Now the irony with my country is that every 100 kilometers, three things change. Climate, cuisine, and culture. So that means I was in for some surprise. We moved to Goa, and I must tell you, Belgaum was a place where I was born. My family was there because all my friends were there. My world meant Belgaum. I didn't know any other place in the world. When we moved to Goa, I must tell you, it was not that easy. Reasons? Language was the first barrier. Now what happened was, the first day in school, I was taken to the principal's cabin. The principal saw me, looked at me and said, welcome my dear boy, and walked me to the class along with my class teacher. My class teacher introduced me to the class and assigned a particular desk for me to sit. I sat at the desk, silent, because I couldn't understand a single word that was spoken by any of them in class. Mind you, it was an English school. The day passed, and I can tell you I didn't speak a single word. People came up to me and tried to speak to me, but I just didn't understand. I didn't know what to reply. Days passed, and it went into a week. And I can tell you, the stress levels were getting to me. It is a Friday. Saturday and Sundays are off in school. When the bell goes off, I pick up a brawl in class with all my classmates. And the result? Into the stomach did I give him a punch. Result? I didn't act in a Bollywood movie, but I was summoned to the principal's cabin. That evening, I feared for my life. My father, a tall, dark, handsome man, heavy voice, a strict disciplinarian. He meant business. I knew I'm going to get a thrashing of my life that day. At the dinner table, as we were having our supper, my father walks in and I'm trembling. That day was something different. My father sat down at the table and said, "Son, eat your dinner." Reluctantly, with a lot of trembling in my hands, did I pick up my food and I started eating. My father asked, "Son, what went wrong that you behaved in such a manner?" After a momentary silence, I told my father, "Dad, let's go back to Belgaum. That's my world. I just cannot stay here." My father said, "Son, this is your world. You like it or not, this is where you're going to live." That is when it struck me that I have run out of all options. My father told me then, "So what is the reason you want to go back?" So I said, "Dad, it's 1 week. I don't have a single friend. I miss my friends in Belgaum." My father said something that day. He said, "Son, I cannot give you the secret to make friends, but I can give you the secret of how not to behave the way you behaved." He said, "Remember, whenever you are angry, agitated, and in agony, use this secret, SBT." I for a moment thought, what is SBT? And I asked my father, "What do you mean SBT?" His dad said, "S is stop." And what do you mean by stop? He said, "You're eating now, just drop it. That is stop, just stop. Period, stop." What is B? Breathe. When you are in a stressed situation, remember, son, close your eyes and breathe, inhale, hold your breath and count from 10 to 0. Not from 0 to 10, but from 10 to 0. Exhale. And then think. My obvious question was, what should I think? My mother comes in from the horizon, short, puny lady, she's sitting at the back there, many of you would have seen her. In her voice she says, "Son, very simple. All you need to think is, how would you feel if somebody dealt with you in the same manner?" Let me tell you, son, the world's best secret, which is open, known to everybody, is when you deal with yourself, use your brain. You deal with the others, use your heart. Toastmasters and guests, I can tell you that was in 1992. We are in 2023. It's 30 years. I have been using it thoroughly every time. And I can tell you it's worked for me. And I know it will work for you. So whenever you are in a stressed situation, angry, agitated, agonized, all you need to do is S, stop. B, breathe. T, think. I have used it. I hope you would use it as well. Are you with me? Yes. Thank you so much. Over to you, Constable.
Madam Timer, can you please have 1 minute on the clock for the judges to mark their ballot, please? Thank you. Our third speaker is Santosh Nair, Toastmaster Santosh Nair. Please give it a big round of applause for Toastmaster Santosh. Toastmaster Santosh Nair, with the speech titled, "Are we ready for any change?" With the speech titled, "Are we ready for any change?" Toastmaster Santosh Nair.
The day we were born, we are reduced to change. We change lives, we change relationships. We create space for ourselves because of the exposure of the change. There are people out there who accept the change without any problems. There are people like me who are slow, steadily embrace the change and builds the immune towards the change with experience and time. There are people who are afraid of the change because change is powerful, change is impactful. Contest Chair, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I want you to think about a situation, something that impactfully had happened, change your perspective of your life or transformed you into a better version of yourself. Change comes in two forms: planned change and unplanned change. Essentially, I want to talk about one of the changes that had happened recently in my organization. Me coming to UAE, getting married to someone whom I loved, are planned changes. But the firm where I'm working is being acquired by another firm. I would say that's an unplanned change. And essentially, I want to talk about that particular change, the origin of the change, how actually I had transformed the change in a way, and how I'm ready to accept change, and how I inspired others to embrace the change. My father was in army. So you can imagine how many schools have to break, how many schools have to change. Most of the schools in India, I would say 6 schools, I changed in my life. Can you imagine 2 universities I changed? And the change was so hard that I had to strive for the success. I had to do 2 exams together to pass. I learned a lot from that change. I grew up, I went for a job. In 2004, I had been to Oman. I got a job in one of the organizations in Muscat. I worked there for 3 years. And after 3 years, there's an organization, IBA Health, an Australian-based organization, acquired my company. I was terrified. Literally, I was terrified because of the job security. And I don't know how to embrace that change, but how I got into flow and adjusted with the change. I continued working with that organization for some time. Can you imagine what could have happened next? After a few years, there's an organization, iSoft, from the UK, merged with my organization. I was a bit confused. What's really happening? Is the change after me? How do I balance the change? But I was positive. I looked at the opportunities because of exposure. I continued. Again, can you imagine what would have happened? There's another organization from the US hijacked my organization, acquired my organization, and I became part of Computer Science Corporation. This time I'm really shocked. I don't know what to do it. I felt this is destiny because the change is after me. Keep on after me. The question which was bothering me is, Santosh, is something wrong with you? Why the change is after you? Well, I was positive again, and I embraced the change. And I thought it's better to leave the organization. So after completion of 10 years, I left the organization. The pretext that change will not be after me. I left Oman, applied for jobs here and there. And in the interview, I was always confused as to what I should put in my CV. And many HRs asked me a question about the journey. And they're so much excited to know about it. The 10 to 15 minutes, I spent time explaining the journey. And I was selected in one of the organizations. I felt maybe the credibility of mine lies in terms of how I manage the changes, embrace the changes all the time. I joined the organization and I came to UAE. I started working in the organization, one of the pioneers in healthcare IT space, that's called Sunderland. I worked there for a few years, and over the time, can you imagine what would have happened? Last year, again, a change happened. My goodness, the change is really after me. This is destiny, can't believe it. Oracle Corporation, one of the pioneers in IT industry, acquired my organization. I was shocked, literally shocked. I was happy, but I was worried too. The reason why I was worried is, I was uncertain about the fate of Oracle now, being part of the organization. I was happy because the exposure, I could manage the change very well. I'm not panicking because I built my change immune. And I started inspiring others. That's where I've been bestowed the title of change advocate. So ladies and gentlemen, if anyone is thinking of hiring me, be mindful, I warn you, I can change your organization. But I'm positive that, I'm very certain about it, I can convert the threats into opportunities. In the good words of Robin Sharma, change at the first is a bit hard, but over the time, it'll become messier, but at the last it's gorgeous. And that being said, embrace the change. Over to you, Corpus Chair.
Madam Timer, can we have 1 minute on the clock for our judges, please? Our fourth speaker of this evening is Toastmaster Salih Abu Hayat. Please give it a big round of applause for our Toastmaster. Toastmaster Salih with a speech titled Under Pressure. With a speech titled Under Pressure, Toastmaster Salih.
Good evening. What's the pressure in life? Pressure actually is that word which is best used in our vocabulary. When you start thinking about the pressure, that means you start thinking about failure. Pressure caused by two main factors. External, that is the difficulties, the obstacles, the challenges you face in your life, and internal, that is your expectation, your attitude, and your demand. In 2002, I got an offer to work with an investor here in UAE to establish a company, a trading company. Everything was in a paper. So the first 6 months, we worked hardly to find the location, to do all the legal documents. He was 65 years old, and I was 33 years old that time. You are calculating my age now. So, after 6 months of working together, he told me, Salih, I will leave you now. I have some urgent work in my country. So he left the country and I was alone, and still I have to do 3 main tasks: to find the employers, to open bank account, and to travel to find suppliers. So I felt too much pressure, and I called him after 3-4 days after he left. I told him, sir, will you come back and support me for another 3 weeks at least? So he surprised me with a huge laugh. Ha 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 ha. And he said, sorry, I am happy to see you working under pressure. Just remember, never fold under the pressure, never fold. So all that day I was thinking about his advice and what I have to do. In the night I cannot sleep, remembering his loud laugh. But next day I took that challenge and I appoint a secretary and I give her all the jobs, qualified stuff I need, and she started immediately, posted in the everywhere. So I got the stuff and I opened the bank account, and later on I traveled and business started. In 2008 to 2010, almost 4 branches was open, and with 45 employers in the company, and total sales per year around 33 to 35 million. He was so happy that during his visit here, he told me, you see, I am very happy that you've done all this under pressure. And there is a quote I can tell you, that any man, you want to measure him, you cannot measure him when things goes smoothly with him, no. You have to measure him when how he acts against the difficulties and challenges he faces in his life. I believe that during also that time I used to careless about my health and smoking a lot. So, but I stopped that smoking and start drugs and start taking vitamins, doing exercise, taking care of myself. I believe that pressure, if you do not face it, pressure will turn into stress, and that stress will cause a big problem for you. But for me, stress was a motivating factor. The success also in that time for that business was because I took care of my employees, the staff. There is 5 important elements, that is job role clarity, job satisfaction, motivating them. There is trust, empowerment. I give them everything. But I believe that the trust was the main factor and the main drive for that business. Because once you have trust between you and your staff, that person will you will boast his performance and you will boast his behavior. And that is what you need exactly to success in any business or any relation even. Pressure, when any person is under pressure, that is the time character will be relieved. That is the time character will be relieved. That is my 30 years journey, and I really happy for the success that I reached in my life during that 30 years. Thank you. Over to you.
The timer, can we have 1 minute on the clock for our judges, please? Our fifth speaker this evening is Toastmaster Mahir. I invite Toastmaster Mahir onto the stage, please. Please give a big round of applause for Toastmaster. Toastmaster Mahir with a speech titled Remember the Name. With a speech titled Remember the Name, Toastmaster Mahir.
A rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, do you ever feel frustrated when others can't pronounce your name the right way? For 26 years, I lived in Canada. And even though it was a multicultural country, no one was able to say my name the right way. And I never understood why. I mean, my name is Maher. 5 letters, 2 syllables, with an invisible dash. Easy. But what I found was how difficult it was for somebody in Canada, a multicultural country, to use my name. Until I met my beloved wife. And more on that a little bit later. Now, going back to high school, grade 8, some of my classmates would tease, "Why didn't you have an easier Canadian name?" Well, I don't know. Some even said, "You like Michael Jordan. We'll call you Mike." I wanted to be like Mike, but that wasn't my name. That wasn't who I am. And my most embarrassing experience from somebody who should have known better. It was the first week of Miss Mackey's biology class. She was taking the attendance one morning, going through all the names successfully, till she got to my name. And I knew it. Because she paused and said, "Is my hair here? My hair? Oops. Is Mahir here? Mahir? You here?" Feeling so embarrassed, sitting all the way in the back of the classroom, I would raise my hand just to show that I'm there. Now I'm thinking to myself, why, Miss Mackey? You're almost 40 years old. Why can't you try and say my name the right way? Thankfully, grade 10 English class. Now we all know the classic line. When Romeo and Juliet's play Shakespeare, Juliet said, "A rose by any other name would smell just as sweet." Now for me, I felt some comfort in Juliet's words and held on to that quote and to her words and on until I met my wife. Let me tell you, right off the bat, she asked me the familiar question in the most delightful European accent. "What is your name?" Looking right into her crystal blue eyes, speechless. "You have a name, right?" "Yes, Maher. Pleasure to meet you." "I'm sorry, say that again." "Well, a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet." "A rose is a rose for a reason, mister. Come on, now tell me your name, because if I don't know how to say it, I don't know who you really are, and I want to know you." "Thank you. My name is Maher. 5 letters, 2 syllables. Got an invisible dash." "Oh, that's a very nice name. Maher. You know, in my language, Croatian, it means professional." Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what I learned right then and there? calling a rose lavender doesn't diminish the beauty of the rose, but it does diminish the way the rose feels about being a rose. My invitation to you is to take extra care to correctly pronounce the names of the many roses you will meet. And remember the name. What I really appreciate about my wife was she took those extra few seconds, it was just a few moments, to really learn to pronounce my name the right way. It became, so to speak, the first key to what became a long-lasting, true connection. Fellow Toastmasters, my grandfather, my late and beloved grandfather Adnan, told my mother, Rasha, there's only one name you must call my first grandchild, be Maher. It will help him with his success, with his future, and how he feels about himself. My name is Maher. 5 letters, 2 syllables, with an invisible dash. Now, would you like to try it with me? My name is Maher. Remember the name. Count to share.
That was our final speaker of this today's International Speech Contest Club level. With that speech, we have come to a conclusion of this wonderful club level speech contest international. Dear timer, can you please have 3 minutes on the clock for our judges to tally their ballots, please? At this point of time, I would like to call upon all the contestants to the stage, please, to get their participation certification from our president, and I would also like to call upon our chief judge on the stage.
Please remain silent when the moment is happening. Silently do it, yeah? Let the judges moderate balance.
Now we vote.
Come closer. Dear Chief Judge, can you please confirm that we have received the result?
I would like to get this opportunity to thank you everyone for joining us in this International Speech Contest Club Level 2022-2023. Finally, congratulations to all the participants, role players, and thank you for being the lovely audience. It was a great pleasure being your contest chair today this evening for International Speech Contest, and I confirm that now this is temporarily adjourned and now we can go for a break. After that, we will resume and we will know who is going to be the winner. The break time is 10 minutes. Thank you.
And now let's move on to the second half, the second contest, which is our table topics contest. And for that, we have none other than the man who needs no introduction, distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Anantharaman.
Thank you very much, Vice President, for the introduction. And dear friends, good evening.
Good evening.
This is one interesting segment of the contest, the table topics. It's my privilege to be your contest chair for the table topics club contest of Dubai Toastmasters Club, club number 7492. The winner, the first placed winner, is going to represent Dubai Toastmasters Club in the area contest. Before we commence the contest, I'd like to state the rules, brief rules, just for the audience to know. The elaborate rules have been briefed across all the contestants, and all the contestants have signed their eligibility forms with us. At this point in time, I have 4 envelopes which contain 4 different topics, and I would be requesting the chief judge to select one of the topics, which will be the topic all the contestants will speak on. The timings of the contest are as follows. Can I request the timer to check out the timing device, please? On 1 minute, you will have the green light switched on and it will remain on. The amber light will be turned off at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red light will be turned on at 2 minutes and continue to be turned on till the speaker completes the speech. The speaker will be qualified for voting if they speak for a minimum of 60 seconds and a maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And after
Can you repeat the time?
1 minute green, 1 minute 30 seconds amber, 2 minutes red. And the red would remain on till the speaker concludes the speech. You clear? Right. Once the chief judge selects one of the envelopes, everybody other than the first contestant would be escorted by the sergeant at arms to a different location. And please ensure before you leave this room, you leave all your electronic digital devices, clothes, mobiles, iPads, laptops, Apple Watch in which you can get the messages, everything, leave it with one of your friends or leave it in this room. Once you are in that secure area, you are not allowed to interact with anybody else who is there. You're not allowed to use the restroom. That's the reason why I urged you to use the restroom during the break. And you will not use any devices. Hopefully there should not be any devices with you. And as soon as one of the speaker finishes, the sergeant at arms will get the next speaker. Please ensure you come along with the sergeant at arms and remain in the room till you are called by the contest chair. Are there any other questions by the contestants or the audience? Thank you. Let's introduce the contestants. We have 12 contestants competing today. I will announce the name of the contestants and they are requested to stand up when their name is announced. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Ramesh Menon. Then the name is also there on that. Who?
RC.
Can you put contestant number 1, Toastmaster Rashmi Nair. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Naina Sulaiman. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Marwan Medat. Toastmaster contestant number 4, Toastmaster Amina Salma. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Misha Mitchell. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Hariharan. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Nisreen Ali. Where is Nisreen? If Toastmaster Nisreen does not come here,
Okay, please come back. Mr. Saleh.
see, they're not there. Okay, Toastmaster Nisreen is removed. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Jayashree Ravindra. Contestant number 9, Toastmaster George Manoj. Contestant number 10, Toastmaster Vikash Jalan. Contestant number 11, Toastmaster Santosh. After every contestant has finished their speech, I will request all the audience to remain silent for 1 minute for the judges to mark their ballot. Please ensure there is complete silence during that 1 minute. If you need, the audiences, if you need to leave the room, you are allowed to leave the room only during that 1 minute of silence.
Sorry, correction.
Okay,
Once the contest starts, until the contest finishes,
nobody is going to be leaving that room.
If anybody wants to go, make comfortable thing, please come back before the contest starts.
Okay, thank you. Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
The timers, are you ready?
Yes.
Chief Judge, may I seek your permission to start the contest?
Once again, I want to remind you, nobody is going out this room until the contest is finished. So anybody want to go, and please come back. Otherwise, once the contest starts, we will remain seated until the contest. You may go ahead.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Can I now request you to select one of the 4 envelopes? Can I request all the contestants to please stand up? The Chief Judge has selected envelope number 2. Now I request the Sergeant at Arms to escort all contestants other than contestant number 1 to the breakout area.
Please note down 1 minute. Please put your devices here, mobile phone, any other electronic devices. Suggestions, please correct their devices. And you are aware about your secrets.
Chief Judge, can I request your permission to kick off with the contestant?
Yeah. May I request each one of you, please remain silent. Do not move around in the room until that speaker is on particularly. Avoid murmuring or making any comment at their speech. Just hold on until the last order is speaking. You may please go ahead, Mr.
Thank you. I have taken the topic from the envelope. Please help me welcome contestant number 1, Toastmaster Rashmi Naik. Toastmaster Rashmi Naik, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Rashmi Naik.
Thank you, Contest Chair. That is a very relevant topic. Face-to-face or Facebook. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. We of course live in a digital era. We cannot say a complete no, either to face-to-face or to Facebook. But it depends and it varies from person to person, I would say, because in certain aspects, being there in person, right in front of the person, communicating with them verbally and non-verbally, because non-verbal communication is equally or even much more important than verbal communications in many of the cases. So that is very important. But in certain cases, we absolutely don't have to be there, present physically, to convince someone with something or communicate something to someone. For example, I just have to sell a mattress in my home, for which I just have to post it on Facebook. Interested people would definitely reach out to me. I can just tell them this is the price, this is the brand, and this is the usage, this is the condition, and that's it, done. In such cases, we save a lot of our time by not physically being there. Just use the technology to our advantage to get the best throughput for either of us. Because time, at the end of the day, is the most precious asset for all of us. So if it is worth it, if it is a crucial matter which needs a lot of conviction, then we definitely need to be there face to face, is what I have followed throughout my career. I work
in medical imaging field as a sales and application specialist. So being there in person with my customers is always important. So in that case, I never take a chance. I always try to be there with them as long as they want. But when it comes to selling my mattress, of course, Facebook. So yeah, that is my conclusion. It depends on the context, whether it should be face-to-face or Facebook. Thank you. Over to you, Contest Chair.
We'll have 1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Timer, please indicate at the end of 1 minute. Thank you. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Naina Suleiman. Toastmaster Naina, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Naina.
Okay, so good evening everyone.
Good evening.
Now the time is the social media is ruling the world. So most of the time we try to hide behind the social media and try to pretend to be a different person, what we really want to be. But in the real scenario, most of the time, especially me, I do have great posts. But when I come to a public speaking or anything like this, I just it gets scared. But in social media, I try to put my opinions in a very bold manner. So when I was in college, I used to have this account. So we usually have one account, personal account, and then I used to have a different account in a different name. So I met a guy in social media. We started chatting, we started calling, then we exchanged the numbers, we started calling, and then he proposed me. So in college, I was very excited and I was, okay, I want to meet you in person before I accept anything. So he came to my college, but apparently his girlfriend came along with him. And it was so sad that girlfriend threatened me to block him, not to be in their life anymore. And she met my HOD saying I'm her sister, she's my sister. So she threatened the shit out of me and I was very much worried. So since then, no additional account. So I prefer face-to-face, definitely not on Facebook. Okay, thank you all.
We'll have 1 minute of silence for the judges, please. Can I request the Sergeant at Arms to get the next contestant? Thank you. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Marwan Menon. Toastmaster Marwan, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Marwan.
Social media was first invented to bring people closer together, to gap in distances between people from the East and from the West. We can reach today people on the other side of the globe using only some few simple words. Yet still, something is missing here. Even though all this accessibility is available for ourselves, but somehow social media has influenced social distancing. And instead of picking up the phone and calling for a happy birthday, or my friend, I miss you, or how are you? How really are you? It's just now a like or comment. Or if you're generous enough, it's a share. So yes, social media is a blessing. However, we got very comfortable with that blessing to just feel and know that the relationships on our list are for granted. And as long as they are there, they're friends. But actually, we need to ask ourselves, how many friends do we really have? How many of our 1,000+ list on our Facebook profile are really friends? Friends who would call you and say, how are you? I prefer both to utilize effectively and wisely. Contest.
We'll have 1 minute of silence for the judges, please. Request the Sergeant at Arms to get in the next contestant. Thank you, timer. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Amina Salma. Toastmaster Amina, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Amina.
Good evening, everyone. Personally, I prefer face-to-face communication. Honestly, I'm not on Facebook, so I don't know how it works. I was never there on Facebook, and I didn't like it because it was not face-to-face communication. For me, why do I prefer that? Because the facial expressions are very important to me. The moment they show a smile, you know they're liking the conversation. If there is a sudden hint of disappointment, you can read in their eyes. Also, they say that facial expressions are the best impressions. And when you go to interviews, they don't do it to Facebook. Now the technology is advanced. Yet, even if they're having online meetings, they tend to show your face. Why is that? Because these expressions give a lot of meaning. The moment you grin, you have, or the shock, these are the ones that indicate a lot of things. And the happiness is something which I like. The grin especially is the favorite because that's how you know that are you liking the communication. I can see all your faces and I'm speaking, so all of you are like nodding. So I know that I'm speaking well. Thank you so much for that. Also, if there is that kind of disappointed, oh, it's a boring conversation, I can see also that. So, contest chair, this is why I say face-to-face is the best communication, and I prefer that. Thankfully, I'm not on Facebook, because now it's downgraded. Over to you, contest chair.
Now 1 minute of silence for the judges. Request the Sergeant at Arms to get the next speaker. Thank you, Dana. Please help me welcome the next speaker, Toastmaster Misha. Toastmaster Misha, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Misha.
Very interesting question, by the way. Face-to-face or by Facebook? What is more interesting and even more surprising, a few days ago, when I woke up, my wife asked me the same question. And I started thinking about it. And what was even more interesting, when I drop off my kids to school, Radio Gigi rise up the same question in the air. And I thought, wow, what a coincidence. Interesting. Face-to-face or by Facebook? Wow. When I pick up my kids from school, I ask them, hey guys, what did you learn today? And my daughter said, look, we had units of inquiry and we discussed about social media and about face-to-face or how we conversate, how we communicate by Facebook. And I thought, wait a minute, it looks like a very trendy question now. And it's better to be aware. So I started learning about it, every piece of information, every article. And you know, I even discussed it with Harvard and Yale professors, and they invited me as a guest speaker at the lectures. And you know what? Next meeting I'm going to miss because I'm attending an Oprah show where I talk about Facebook or face-to-face. So yeah, now I'm one of the best experts of this matter on the planet. And you know, I'm starting writing a book about it. And each of you will get one piece, of course, with my autograph, where I will explain in details face-to-face or by Facebook. Well, I know you waiting answer from me. Yeah. But you know, this is so comprehensive topic that it would take me hours to explain. The short answer, face-to-face. And why? You will read in my book. Thank you.
Let's have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Request the Sergeant at Arms to get the next contestant. Thank you, timer. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Sandeep Anand. Toastmaster Sandeep, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Sandeep.
Face to face or Facebook? I think it's not even a choice. Face to face it is. I've actually tried to. There was a phase in my childhood when I was really savvy with technology. You'd ask me to do a particular thing and I was absolutely there. Be it operating as something as old as a VCR. We used to switch on to DVDs, we switched on to the computers. And I used to take this big fancy of actually getting hooked onto the PC and exploring with a lot of things. But as I grew older and this whole fad of social media got on, I realized that, it's something that is actually distancing myself away from people. And I experienced that even through, let's say take a small example. How many of you actually, show of hands, get personalized wishes on your birthday as opposed to Facebook? Personalized wishes? Yeah, you can count them on your fingers barely, right? There was a time and phase when I used to take pride in remembering people's birthdays, their anniversaries, their special days. I still do that till today. Start of the month, I'm looking at my calendar, making sure that I have a recollection of all the birthdays and special moments for that month. And I make sure, till date, that I pick up that phone and give that person a call. And be it even wishing that person on a special occasion, or even just sending a message saying hi is not as personal as picking up the phone saying, you know what, I miss you. Or just hearing somebody's voice, or just picking up the phone, cracking a silly joke, or recollecting something which is an old memory. So I think all these things are far more personal, and again, it's an individual choice, I'm not saying that, but if you're asking my specific opinion, I still prefer face-to-face because the discussions that you can have with the person over a cup of coffee, the recollection you can have having a drink and sitting down with a friend and recollecting your old times, there is no way Facebook can replace that. And as long as you continue to build on memories on this earth with people that you love, try building that face-to-face. And I'd encourage all of you, once you leave this meeting room, to call your loved one and say, you know what, let's catch up for a cup of coffee. It's been a while. So for me, face-to-face is all it is. Thank you, and over to you.
I have 1 minute silence for the judges. Sanjay Redams, please get the next speaker in. Thank you. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer. Toastmaster Hariharan, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Hariharan.
Clarity is the bridge between communication and confusion. The word that I focus on is communication. Ladies and gentlemen, gone are the days when we could follow the dinosaur age of face-to-face. We are 7.2 billion people. How are you going to meet people face-to-face and communicate? That's why over the last 10 years, social media has started to gain speed. Now let me tell you how do I communicate on a very good example. The year is 2007, good long time ago. My father was in the hospital and I knew I needed blood urgently. And I was in a place by name Mumbai and my parents were in Goa. It's a good 1 hour by flight. What did I do? On my phone I had 300 contacts. I simply typed one message saying, I need blood. Guess how many people would have come forward to give me blood? 4. Those 4 were enough to save my father's life. If I thought of going face to face and convincing people for that blood, I can tell you it would have never happened. Never. Communication has become easier today because we can do anything on the palm. Maybe 20 years from today, DTM Ramesh Anantharaman is a contest chair and I'm going to be standing here and that's going to be possibly the topic. You would have a topic like, gone are the days when digital is there, it's going to be mental communication. So, ladies and gentlemen, the world is moving and you need to keep pace with it. The only way you can connect more easily with people, avoid the confusion and bring in that clarity is Facebook or digital media. Contest.
We have 1 minute silence for the judges. Please request the sergeant at arms to get the next speaker in. Thank you, Timer. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Jayashree Ravindran. Toastmaster Jayashree, face-to-face or Facebook? Which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook? Which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Jayashree.
To prepare for this topic, I read a lot. So when I heard the topic, I thought to myself, there goes my research. Mr. Contest Chair and fellow Toastmasters, do you know who will have the perfect answer to this question? My mom. Because moms knows a lot, right? But I don't know why every conversation gets so dramatic with her. It's always drama, drama, and drama. You don't believe me? Hear this. Jay, why is your room in such a mess? It's like a tornado just went through there. Mom, you always ask me to follow my dreams. I was practicing being a tornado. I asked you to follow your dreams, not to create a disaster in your bedroom. Well, I'll be a more graceful tornado next time. You know what? It's not your fault. It's mine. It was me who created the disaster. You. Perfect answer, don't you think? So let me tell you 3 reasons why this is the perfect topic for me. Because I met my husband when he sent a friend request over Facebook. We didn't know what Facebook was that time. So everyone who used to send me friend requests, okay, yes, let's be friends. So we had experience with Orkut, but Facebook was having new graphics, new designs, and overall we could write more lies in Facebook than Orkut. So I believed it all, and here after 12 years, I'm happy that I choose Facebook over face-to-face. Maybe you have met my husband, so you don't believe my thoughts. So anyway, so the amber light is on. It's a warning for me, and thank you everyone. You have been a graceful audience. This could have gone much worse. I could have got the topic speak in Arabic, and the only Arabic words I know are Habibi, Ishak, Indakhani, roughly translate to darling, how wealthy are you? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. We have 1 minute silence for the judges, please. Sergeant at Arms, please get the next speaker. Thank you, Taima. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster George Manoj. Toastmaster George, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster George.
Thank you, Contest Chair, and good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters here. Face-to-face or Facebook. The reason I'm here today in the Dubai Toastmasters Club is because we're face-to-face and not Facebook anymore. So let me begin with that. I'm George Manoj and this is my very first Dubai Toastmasters meeting, and I'm here before you to talk about my viewpoints on why face-to-face and not Facebook. I'm a very visual communicator, and those who know me know that I just keep on talking. I have a tendency to just continue talking and leave the audience in a sense of awe, but nothing really happens at the end. So just because my communication style improves and I just communicate much better by looking at someone's face, I so much prefer face-to-face and not Facebook. Now, during the times of Facebook, trust me, it took me at least 2 months to come up with a good profile picture. Here, I'm in flesh. So, my biggest fear with face-to-face communication, especially with this speech, is leaving the speech in like a cliffhanger. You get it? Because I just keep speaking and speaking and speaking. But you know what they say about cliffhangers, right? Thank you.
We'll have 1 minute silence for the judges, please. Sergeant at Arms, please get the next contestant. Thank you, Taima. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Vikash Jalan. Toastmaster Vikash, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Vikash.
Hello everyone. I would prefer to use face-to-face as a meeting alternate to Facebook, because face-to-face you can connect with people. You can explain them how do you feel. You can show them your facial expression. The person gets to understand you when he meets face-to-face with you. Alternate in a social media platform like Facebook, they don't see real you. How do you look? What is your personality? How do you behave? What you want to explain to an individual, you cannot explain that on a face-to-face, on a Facebook social media platform. Both has its own pros and cons. Face-to-face meeting, sometimes it's a challenge, because if you want to meet somebody who is at a far distance, you need to travel. Probably that would be a challenge. Whereas if you want to do the same thing on a social media platform like Facebook, it's much easier. But yes, sometimes these efforts works. When you are talking about sales, in sales, sometimes when you are explaining on a social media platform, people may not like it. But when you meet face to face, they get introduced to the person who is selling it, and they get more clarity about the product and they understand the person who is selling, so they are able to relate to it, and they are convinced with the solution. So I would recommend, I will prefer a face-to-face meeting than a Facebook social media platform. Thank you.
We'll have 1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots, please. Thank you, timer. Please help me welcome the next contestant, Toastmaster Santosh Nayak. Toastmaster Santosh, face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Face-to-face or Facebook, which one you prefer to communicate and why? Toastmaster Santosh.
Well, I'm the guy who's actually not so much interested or into the social media. So my encouragement to everyone, in fact, is the face-to-face, because I work in a healthcare firm, and I'm also against the telemedicine kind of concept where doctors are treating through remotely. Touch is very important here. The face-to-face, that gives you a touch about it, looking into eyes, talking, and sharing your views. That's all important here. So my encouragement to everyone is that in this world, in the generation, if you get a chance to do the face-to-face, go with that rather than Facebook. But one thing which I'm going to talk to Mark about is that if there's a mechanism to have a face-to-face kind of contest, I think he's working on metaverse, you heard of, right? That's why he's trying to bring up that kind of idea. And that idea was actually given by me. So the credit should go to me for that. And well, I'm still working on some more ideas, and with help from others as well. And I'm hoping that idea will sooner be released. But my encouragement again is that go with the face-to-face mode. Thank you.
Let's have 3 minutes of silence for the judges, please. Chief Judge, can I proceed? Thank you very much. I request all the contestants to come on stage as I call out their names to get their participation certificates. Toastmaster Ramesh Menon. Toastmaster Naina Suleiman. Toastmaster Marwan Medat. Toastmaster Amina Salma. Toastmaster Misha Kurkuchin. Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani. Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer. Toastmaster Jayashree Ravindran. Toastmaster George Manoj. Toastmaster Vikash Jalan. Toastmaster Santosh Nair. Let's have a group photograph with all the contestants. Face to face, Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dear friends, this concludes the table topic session. I'd like to thank all the contestants and specifically, more importantly, thank all the audience members for maintaining silence and ensuring that this contest goes on without any glitches. Thank you very much and good evening. Over to the President.
Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh. Chief Judge, do we have the results?
No, no. You carry on with your speech.
Okay.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for my PowerPoint to come up. Okay, this is not a break time, so can we have everybody on their seats? Okay, so while the CJ needs 5 minutes, let me take you all through my PowerPoint today. Thank you to our Chief Judge, Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Menon, the invisible judges that are here, and the invisible tally counters. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much to our contest chairs, Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Anantharaman and Toastmaster Mafaza. Thank you to our timers, Toastmaster Sunita, who is our constant timer over here, and Toastmaster Menon, who looks different from year to day. Thank you to our full bridge of Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Saleh, Toastmaster Suketu, and Toastmaster Nicola. Thank you to VP Education, Toastmaster Nisha, and Toastmaster Saleh. Few announcements that we have.
So the next meeting is on 23rd January. Again, it's contest time. We have the humorous contest and the evaluation contest. Hoping to see all our guests come again for this meeting. Next, we have our entertainment committee has come up with an outing, which is on the 14th of January. This outing is for DTC members. It is an outing at the desert. Sali will tell us more about it as he is heading the entertainment committee. Then when it comes to awards, we've done extremely well. We've been getting awards after awards. We've got Dubai Toastmasters Club member Maximus Award that is getting a lot of members to our club, more than the required one. And we got the Super 7 Court Award. And in Distinguished Toastmaster Award, we have our member, Toastmaster Anita, who's not over here, who's got DTM, the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. So this is how we look in terms of our DCP level 1. We have Toastmaster Kaja, Toastmaster Noora, Toastmaster Santosh, and Toastmaster Mafaza completing level 1. In level 2, we have Toastmaster Santosh and Toastmaster Aati completing level 2. Level 3, we have Toastmaster Sagar Kurana. Level 4, we have Toastmaster Saleh. And level 5, we have Toastmaster Nisha and myself completing level 5. So that brings us to DCP 7. DCP, for the guests who don't know, is Distinguished Club Points that the club achieves on a basis. And our next meeting, like I said, is the 23rd of January. It's humorous contest and the evaluation contest. Hoping to see all of you. That is it from me, and I hope the chief judge is still not ready. Can I have some guests? Let me call some guests to introduce themselves. Just tell us, how did you get to know about Toastmasters? And either you can come here or be comfortable in your place. Tell us about what's your name, what do you do, how did you know about Toastmasters, and what is your feedback about the meeting?
Hi everyone, my name is Rory and I am from Scotland. I've been in Dubai for 3 weeks now. So I'm working at Jumeirah Golf Club. So I work in their golf operations team. And I went to one meeting when I was back in Scotland. I kind of wish that I carried it on because I think it would have been a lot more beneficial. I basically want to get a bit more confident speaking in front of people. This is very difficult for me at the moment, I'm not going to lie. I'm due to basically make briefs and stuff in front of members of the club and also people that work there. So it's just getting a bit more confidence and standing up in people and doing that. So thank you very much. You've been very welcoming, so thank you.
Thank you, Rory, and welcome. This is the time to restart your Toastmasters journey. Can we have another guest, please? So your name, what do you do, and how did you come to know about Toastmasters, and your feedback about the meeting.
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Girish. I'm actually a chartered accountant by profession, and right now I'm a business owner. I started my own business 2 years back. So in my previous job, as a director of finance, I used to work with Arfutin. My role was mainly at the back end, Basically, I never had to face customers as such. The only people I used to face were the company CEO and the CFO, and the rest of the team. So I was actually very comfortable in my job. But the moment I actually started my own business, I had to actually go and meet people. And that is where I sort of realized that I need to work on my presentation skills, my public speaking skills. I used to get very nervous, even now I am nervous. So so in my subconscious mind, I felt it's time that I do something about it. And that is why I'm here. And hopefully I'll be able to improve. And it has been a great session. I've been looking at some of the people, the impromptu speaking and stuff. I'm like, I'll never be able to do it. But let me try and let me be a member and let me try and improve. Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Ganesh. You will be able to do it once you join Toastmasters. Can we have some other guests, please? Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Abdul Ghafoor. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate and give a round of applause for the team who has arranged this wonderful session. And I really feel lucky to to be present here and see the session which was there. So, I said I'm from India. My name is Abdul Ghafoor, and I work for a bank here. A bank here based out of Saudi. The headquarters is in Saudi. So professionally, I'm a banker, and the reason I choose to come here and try to be a better version of myself. Of course, because of professionally, I need some help in communication skill, to improve my communication skill, to improve my presentation skill. So I hope this is the best place to come here and improve myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul Ghafoor. This is the best place. Can we take one last guest, please? So your name, your profession, how did you come to know about Toastmasters, and what do you think about the meeting today?
Hi everyone, my name is Mohsin Ali. I am working in FedEx in operations. So I am very nervous whenever I get delivered my presentation, and whenever I talk with the senior manager, and whenever I give them the updates. Even I am now feeling little bit nervous. So actually my manager really likes me, and the way of I work hard, and I always be available in every kind of situation, like in hard situation, in hard time, I am available to help them and support them. And he really liked me to grow up myself, and he want to see me in higher position in future. So that's why he give me a idea to join a Toastmaster, and I really feel it's a very good place to build yourself and polish yourself, and more you can present yourself, and you can show your abilities in front of people and higher management. It's a very good place. Thank you.
Absolutely right, Mohsin. And now I'll hand over for the time that everybody's been waiting for, the announcement of the winners. So can we please have our chief judge to do the honors?
Thank you, Madam President, and my dear fellow Toastmasters. Good evening to you all. Good evening. We witnessed fantastic contest now. It was very difficult to get me the judging. But thank you all the prudent judges for your wonderful judging, and thank you my tally counter for getting me the result very much quickly tallied. And thank you the timer for your patience and diligent effort to make the timing better without any hassle. And Sajidna for helping us to conduct the table topic session and the entire contest. And we cannot ignore the main people, the speakers. Hearty congratulations to all of you. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me now? That was better. Hello. I think I don't require a mic. Do I require a mic?
Hello. Now it is working better. Okay. And hearty congratulations to all the participants. 18 speakers today witnessed. Thank you very much for your fantastic speech that you made. And it is here the result now to declare. Before I declare the result, may I request the President of the Club, Toastmaster Devi, and Area Director, Toastmaster Firas on the stage. Please remain here until the certificate distribution is finished. Now, put your hands together to welcome the International Contest Chair, Toastmaster Mafaza, to declare the result. I am glad that there is no time disqualification in both the segments. The result will be declared from third place, second place, and the first place. And as far as I understand from the area director, the first place winner will represent his club in area level.
Thank you, Chief Judge. So, in third place for International Speech Club Contest, we have Toastmaster Salih Abu Hayat. Congratulations, Toastmaster Saleh. In second place, we have Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer. And the winner is the one who is going to represent us in the area level international speech contest. And the winner is Know My Name Toastmaster Mahir.
Actually, remember the name. Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Now say it. Time to make you guys proud.
Mahir, please come here.
Next one.
The winner in center.
Yes. You guys are all winners.
I'm flanked by the lady on the side.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much, Mafaza. And the next segment we had was table topic. May I request DT and Ramesh Anantharaman to come on the stage to announce the result.
Thank you. The third place winner is Toastmaster Hariharan Iyer. The second place winner is
I hope I'm going to look handsome then.
the second place winner is Toastmaster Sandeep Adnani. The first place winner, who is going to represent Dubai Toastmasters Club in the area contest, drum roll please. Toastmaster Naina Sulaiman.
This time you go inside. Okay.
Facebook.
1 minute.
Yes.
Say Facebook.
Facebook. The two Facebook.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Area Director, and thank you, Madam President. You stay here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be Chief Judge of the Dubai Toastmasters Club for the first two contests of this club, international table topics for the term 2020-23. With the result which I already packed, in case the first winner cannot go, second place winner will go, or third place, or none of them, then another race, all the other contestants are listed according to the rating. Club can nominate the individuals. I hand over the result to President of the club. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Menon. It's a privilege to have you over here. And with the power vested in me, I now declare this meeting adjourned. Good night, God bless, and see you all for our next meeting on 23rd January. Same time, same place.